Ida Burén, you've been leading a project of advocacy for culture in the Nordic countries during the last year. What was your experience? Why advocate for culture at all? Why is this necessary?
Well, I identified a couple of reasons. For myself, I wanted more knowledge. For Intercult, I wanted more influence. And for the cultural sector, I wanted better conditions and more investments. The nice thing with this advocacy project was that we could join forces during this year and form a Nordic network. Together we could think strategically in order to improve our positions. And my strongest conclusion is that in order to advocate properly, you need to prioritize advocacy work within your limited working hours. For years, advocacy has been a must for me, since I have always been working in the independent sector. In order to secure funding and survive, you need to advocate and argue for your cause. But I never really acknowledged it as an activity that needs to prioritize and plan for. It's a matter of striking a balance between your invested working hours when you run a project-based organization. How much time should I spend delivering projects and how much on advocacy to secure the structure and the long-term goals? From now, I will try to be more daring and include advocacy actions in our yearly activity plan, convinced that in the long term it will pay off in terms of a better position for us. Another conclusion is how important it is to work together and join forces to form a stronger unit. In Sweden, we have acted too isolated, in small entities fighting for our own existence. When you operate with public funding, there is an annual budget that you fight to get your piece of the pie from. But for the long-term goal, to promote culture as a key pillar for social development and to increase investments in the field, you get stronger if you find allies. Forming groups of like-minded in order to advocate together also provides you with a platform for discussions and sharing. Advocacy is seldom a quick fix with obvious and immediate results. And changes in public policies take time and demands work. Addressing politicians or civil servants, that's why you need partners to help keep your focus, discuss strategies, evaluate and seek new opportunities. So remember that most culture structures have a much larger network than they realize if they engage the audience. Maybe we could be more honest in sharing our concerns and the challenges we face with our audience. And don't forget to build relations with your local politicians in your nearest political constituencies. Then you might need different arguments and a different approach. Don't take for granted that the challenges for cultural organizations are obvious to everyone. The majority of cultural funding, at least in Sweden, comes from public sources. And therefore, it's important to place your activities in a broader context. Don't be afraid to describe your work as an active contribution to the public good. Cultural operators need to demonstrate how culture contributes to develop our societies. So let's start educating our politicians.
Thank you.